And we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson rolling to his left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Past the 20. 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, and down he goes. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep is Brandon Codrington. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Allen, flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Steps away. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Again, it's Henry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Here's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 28-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
On second down, here's Henry. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. 17-0 our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Henry. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens get a bit closer.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Off tackle left with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Henry again on 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Check 26, check 26.
On third down, Jackson on the move to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll run for it with Henry. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, Allen. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Allen's throw is complete, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. They'll try the middle with Cook. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Cook. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Throwing now is Allen. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
How about that tip ball going their way? They've got to have a lot of confidence because so far, it seems like everything is going their way.
On the other side, they're just hoping that second half it's a little bit of flip the script.
Yeah, let's see if they can hang in there mentally because sometimes when things go against you so much in the first half, it's hard to bounce back.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Jackson. Out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
On second down, here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To the air, Allen. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Allen. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown, Bills. James Cook, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll drop to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Allen going to throw. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. 2nd down and 6 now. Henry out of the pistol. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Play action. Now it's Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this returnable for Sims. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run for it with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They begin with Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 145 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Draw play. This is Henry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A first down carry for Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and goal from the 1. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the drive for 2. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 71 yards. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Now you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And he returns this to the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll run. It's Henry.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
On third down, Henry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Henry up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try the middle with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper, 39 yards.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking deep here for Flowers. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Here's Allen. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bills use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands.
That is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
This ball intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. One last shot for Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.